Congratulations on the win. How does it feel? How does it feel to be back in the win column?
Feels amazing. You know, my last fight was in my hometown, and I got beat pretty good by Louis Smoka. And to have that happen to me in my hometown was just devastating to me. So to come back with a win here in Australia just feels amazing. Like I made a lot of adjustments, and to see those adjustments come through and get that W again was just so detrimental to me. And I felt alive in there. You know, I just felt like I was in there for once. And I went all 3 rounds. And usually, you know, my last few fights, I go like the first round, I'm like done. I'm ready to get out of there. But like this time, I was comfortable. I felt like I was grounded, and I felt like I was in the octagon for once.
Considering that you were coming off a loss, did you feel like you needed to put on an exceptional performance, and that's one of the reasons why you sort of changed things up and rejuvenated yourself?
Yeah, big time. You know, it wasn't just to get the win. It was just to get back in there and to enjoy it again. Like my last fight was just I had so much pressure on me, hometown, and I just felt like at one point I didn't want to do it again. Like I was like, why do I do this? You know, we all question ourselves, why do we do this? But
do you mean MMA or fight in your hometown?
yeah, just fight in general. You know, there's a lot of pressure, and I just wanted to enjoy it again. And this time I felt like I was in there, and I was loving it, man. I was in there, and I was thinking, and I was doing what I do in the gym every day.
What was that process like to sort of get yourself back into MMA and loving it? Because obviously here you had a good performance and you loved being there, but before that, when you were in training camp, when you made the decision that yes, this is what I want to keep doing, what was it that made you want to keep doing it?
I think it was just determination and just wanting to enjoy it. Like I remember being in training and having like a really shit day, and I was like, why do I do this? And like the next day it was like, oh, this is why I do it. I love martial arts. I love being in here. I love just standing in front of someone and just, throwing punches and getting hit with punches myself. Like I love this. I don't know why anyone would want to do this, but I love it.
Was that part of the adjustments that you were talking about? Was it just mental, or was it a training?
It was I think a lot had to do with my mental training. I did go with a mental coach this time, Jeff Jordan from Fight Brain, and I met with him every week just to see what my progress was like mentally, and just helping me visualize being in there. And when I got into the octagon today, I felt like I was there every day since my day one of training camp. So it wasn't unfamiliar to me. I got in there and I was like, this is it. I know what I'm gonna do. Like this, I've been here a million times. Let's do it.
That opening couple of seconds of the fight, just unbelievable watching, but you were so quick to react and you seemed so calm. Could you talk us through that?
Yeah, well, I know the guy's a nice guy. I met him before. I met him at the Fighters Summit in Vegas, and I kind of expected him to come out and shake hands with me, but man, he was out for blood right away, and I was like, all right, let's go. It kind of just flipped the switch for me, and I was just on.
So for you, that was just kind of expected. Some people maybe on the internet are maybe thinking that was a cheap shot. But what do you think about that? I mean, because at that point the refs told you to go. I mean, how do you see it?
Well, yeah, I kind of expected it, and at the end of the day, you've got to be ready at all times. So, it's just something that you do, but you're putting yourself at risk, and you should know that. So I don't put them at fault at all.
So now that the fight's happened, you've had a couple moments, literally moments, just to think about it. When you look back upon it, how happy are you with your performance, with the adjustments that you made, and going forward, where do you think that this fight helped put you?
By far, my favorite fight I fought in the UFC. With all the adjustments I made, and then seeing them come to light, and just being in there and feeling it and thinking, my last few fights was just a whirlwind every time, and this time I was making my adjustments. I was doing my feints, coming to the body, up top. I felt like I was in there and I was fighting, and I wasn't like in like this big panic mode that I'm usually in when I'm fighting. So it was really good being there and feeling it.
So in terms of when you'll be fighting again, how quick of a turnaround are you looking at? Are you hoping to fight here in Australia, or do you want to go back over, maybe redeem yourself overseas?
Man, I love fighting Australia. If I could have it my way, I'd probably fight every time in Australia. I love it. Like I just.
You like the morning cards? You like to wake up and
I mean, I don't like it. You know, I'm not a morning person myself. You know, I'd rather just have a big sleep in and, you know, wake up and do it. But, you know, I just love the Aussie support. Like they love fighting, and they treat me like their own, and it makes me feel like at home.